Hello students, today I would like to welcome you all to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve the question from business documents and books of prime entry topic. So there is a question that I'm going to solve in front of you is October and November 2020 variant 2 and question number 1. So let's have a look into the question. It says that Dave owns a business selling furniture. The following transaction took place during August 2020. So these are the transactions and the dates we have and the details of all the transactions and the amount here. So I'm going to read the requirement. So it says that complete the table to name each business document and book of prime entry for the following transactions in Dave's accounting record. So we have to complete this table below and we have to do it with transaction number 2, 3 and 4. So let's read the transaction number 2 first. So it says on 14th of August, Petra returned damaged goods to Dave amounting 120. So we know that all the returns, either it's a sales return or it's a purchase return, it will be recorded with the credit note. So I'll write down here the answer business document for the return transaction will be credit note. Now if we are going to make these transactions being a Dave, so Petra returned damaged goods to Dave. So it means it's sales return because Dave sold goods first to Petra, then Petra returned back those goods to Dave. So it's sales return. So we have a book of prime entry, sales return journal. Or we can write down sales return daybook. Now the next transaction, we have the third transaction. It's on 23rd of August. It says banked cash sales amounting 412. So any cash that we deposited into the bank account, the document that we use, either it will be a deposit slip, bank deposit slip, or some books they do have pay in slip. So pay in slip is also the document that we use to record the transaction of cash deposited into the bank account. So the bank deposit slip or pay in slip and the book of prime entry in which it will be recorded, it will be in the cash book as it has a cash transaction. Now the transaction number 4, it says on 29th of August, Petra settled her outstanding balance at 1st August by credit transfer after taking a cash discount of 5%. Now the credit transfer mean it directly transfer to our bank account. So how do we know that this amount has been transferred? So the document that we will use for this transaction is bank statement. So the bank statement will be the document in which this transaction will be written, and we use this document and we'll record this transaction into the cash book. So this was the question that has been that I have solved for you. It's a 6-mark question, so it's October November 2020. And the next question that we have here is Nakul is a trader. He buys and sells goods on credit. He buys most of his supplies from one supplier, Nadia, who allows Nakul a trade discount 20%. The following transaction took place in January 2022. So we'll have 20% trade discount, so I'm going to write down here 20% trade discount from Nadia. So let's read the transactions. So it says on 2nd of January paid 441 by check to Nadia in full settlement of 450 owed to her at 1st January 2022. So the second transaction we have is bought goods on credit from Nadia, list price 350, and returned faulty goods to Nadia, list price 80. We bought goods on credit from Nadia, list price 400, sold some goods on credit to 800, and bought goods on credit $60 from Sophie, returned goods to Sophie $9. So the requirement we have is prepare journal, purchases journal, and total the journal and indicate the ledger account to which the total would be posted. The second requirement that we have here is to prepare the purchase return journal for January 2022, total the journal and indicate the ledger account in which the total would be posted. So we have to make two journals. The first one will be purchases journal and the second one will be the purchase return journal. So let's read the transaction that we can record here. So the first transaction is about the payment, so obviously that will not be recorded in the purchases journal or purchase return journal, that we will record in cash book. So the next transaction we have here is on 12th of January. It says bought good on credit from Nadia, list price 350. So we'll record this transaction in the purchase journal. So we'll write down the date, that will be 12 January 2022, and we'll purchase this from Nadia. So we'll write down the supplier name, it's Nadia, and we'll write down the amount. Don't forget to deduct this 20% trade discount, so we'll have 350 into 20 divided by 100 to get the 20%, and it's 70. So I will deduct this 70 from 350, and this is the amount that will come after discount. So 280 will be recorded here. Now we return some goods to Nadia. This will be recorded in the purchase return journal that we'll make after this. So bought goods on credit again from Nadia, list price 400. So this one was on 18th of January, so we'll write down 18 January, Nadia here again, and this one will be 400 list price. So again, so we have to deduct 20% trade discount from this value, that will give me $80. So 400 less $80 will gives me 320. So that's the amount that I'm going to record here. We do not record trade discount in any of the books, but we do record cash discounts in the cash book, so in the discount allowed and discount received column. So the next transaction we have sold goods on credit. It will goes to the sales journal. Bought goods on credit $60 from Sophie. Yes, this will come up here on 29th of January. Now the supplier is Sophie, so Sophie, and then the amount, there is no trade discount mentioned from this supplier, so we'll write this straight away, $60. Now after recording this transaction, what we are going to do, we are going to balance it off, and we'll write down the total balance. As I have mentioned in the previous video while explaining this journal, so we can make a total here. Some books, they do like this, but I usually tell my students to make the total underneath of all the figures. So we have 280, 320 and $60. That give me a total of 660. So I'll write down here 660, and this will goes to the because they ask us indicate the ledger account. So obviously we always have to show. So we'll write down the total transfer to, because this is the purchase journal, it will goes to the purchases account and the ledger. So that's part A that we are done. The next we are going to record these transactions into the purchase journal. So let me make this underneath of this, because I do have a space here. So I'm going to write down the date, details, and then amount column. So the transaction that we have here to record in this purchase return journal, so we have this transaction 14, return faulty goods to Nadia, and then we have another transaction here, that's this transaction, return goods to Sophie $9. Students, don't forget to deduct this trade discount from this, because whenever we have a list price, it means we have to deduct the trade discount if there is any. So the first transaction is on 14th of January. It says return 40 goods to Nadia, list price $80. So as we know that we have to deduct this trade discount, so I'm going to write here 14 January, and this one is from Nadia and the amount was 80. So I'm going to deduct 20% trade discount from 80, that will gives me $16. So I will deduct 80 less 16, that gives me the after discount figure of $64. So I'm going to write down here $64. The next transaction we had was 30th of January, and it says that we return some goods to Sophie. So we'll write down the name of supplier Sophie, and the amount was $9, because there is no trade discount from Sophie, so we'll write the amount straight away. There is no other transaction of the returns, so we'll make the total, and the total will be $73. So now similarly we are going to transfer this to the transfer to purchase return account. So this is what is how do we solve the purchase journal and daybook question in this video. This question was from 2022 paper, question number 1, variant 21, variant 1 obviously, and in the May-June attempt. So this was the question that I have solved for you. If there is any comment or any question that you would like to ask, please do write in the comments. Thank you very much.